Update 3 on what is now Typhoon Surigae, Category 1 high-end, located at 8.8 degrees north, 134.6 degrees east, a rapidly intensifying system we have on our hands as we speak. It is 11 a.m. as of April 16th, 2021. We have winds of 90 miles an hour, a pressure of 970 millibars, and it is moving west-northwest at about 4 miles an hour. No CDPS scale at this time, due to no landfall expected. It does not take away from the impacts we could be seeing. Here it is on the map. There is passing north of Palau. They are taking a beating as tropical storm force winds on the southern quadrants extend over 130 nautical miles, 135 on that southeastern quadrant. Here it is 129 miles away from Koror in Palau, 651 from Boringen, 674 from Tacloban, 791 from Karamoran, and 798 miles away from Tabaco. That would be 206 kilometers from Koror, 1047 from Boringen, 1248 from Tacloban, 1273 from Karamoran, and 1284 miles away from Tabaco. These distances will continue to shrink as we get closer to where it could be making its closest approach. Here it is where we, in terms of other agencies, we have it 90 miles an hour, although JMA and JTWC both have it as a 75 mile per hour storm. Recent trends show that this is rapidly intensifying, and the data that the JMA and the JTWC have is a little bit old, which is why we have it at where we're at. Here's the cone that is on the system. We do have it peaking as 150 mile per hour super typhoon now. I should be noting that with the rate that this is rapidly intensifying, we could be seeing a much stronger system than what is previously shown in the next 24 to 36 hours. Regardless, we are looking at a significant typhoon, capable of being a super typhoon within the next 2 to 3 days at the most. Something to watch in the days ahead, especially as this gets closer to the Philippines. Here it is on sea surface temperatures. We're looking at very warm waters, 28 to 29 degrees Celsius, very conducive for development of this system as it has shown to be. I mean, we were looking at a 60 mile per hour storm 24 hours ago, and now we are looking at a 90 mile an hour one. Here are the wind swaps from the HWRF. We are looking at a category 4 as well. It looks like all the gale force winds will be pushed off land. Rainfall could be a considerable threat, especially that any of this shifts westward. The more this shifts westward, the more rain we could be seeing from this system. Here's a look at the intensity. It does look like this will be a category 4 according to consensus. CTCX going a little bit bold, a borderline category 5 there. Shear is going to be continuing to decrease, which is very interesting to see considering the fact that this has already been rapidly strengthening despite the shear. And sea surface temperatures aren't going to be changing much. Humidity is also not going to be changing much. So definitely going to be interesting to see what happens as we progress to the future of this system. Here it is on satellite. This thing is already starting to begin looking at a visible eye here. And this is going to be something that's going to be popping out whether we see any kind of intrusions or not. Maybe hints of one, but regardless, this is going to be something that the Eastern Philippines are going to be having to watch seriously now. And it looks like impacts are going to be a little bit less, but that is something that has to be taken back at this point. We could be looking at significant rainfall impacts at least, especially with the size of the system. It's going to be very large, so Philippines, you guys need to be monitoring the situation carefully, especially if you're in the central part of this country. We will keep you updated.